you all be part of the decision making to see whether some certain cases is payable or not payable and things like that. Okay, so before that, let's go to the introduction again. Marine cargo. So marine cargo actually is one of the oldest form of general insurance ever recorded in history, and it dated back 1,500 to 300 years before Christ. That means add together with Christ is 2,000, so it's around 3,500 years ago. 3,500 years ago. Okay. Okay. So just to share a bit, the word policy, you're issuing policy, right? Policy. Why call marine cargo policy? Why is it called policy? The reason why it's policy is because once upon a time, first so-called the first document to record this insurance, marine cargo insurance, it was recorded in a place called Polizzi. It's an Italian town. Okay, so basically that was the word for Italian was called Polizzas. Okay, Polizzas. So Polizzas from the birthplace translation of Genoa, Italy. So and the word insurance actually is from assicuramentum, which means is insurance from Italy. Okay, so basically, what the coincidence is that now we are working in an Italian company, and the first policy issued was in Italy, Genoa, Italy. So basically, there's a long history between us and marine cargo insurance. As you know, generally has been around for 190 years old. So I can understand that 190 years ago, in that area, Milan and Venice, especially Venice, that was a port where there's a lot of trading. Okay, a lot of trading. Therefore, the insurance, marine cargo insurance, started way back then in that at that area, right? So these are all added information for you all to know. Okay, so another thing, very important thing is that the Marine Cargo Insurance Act, the Marine Insurance Act, 1906 remained the earliest form of legislative framework. Okay, and one of the doctrines spelled out in this act remain as the fundamental principle of insurance until today. For example, ubere fide, ubereme fide, or utmost good faith. They are inside there. There are so many articles, which one day maybe in my third or my fourth installment of Marine Cargo Insurance, I will share with you how to understand the Marine Insurance Act. Okay, basically everything that you need to know about the insurance matter, it is inside there. Okay, until today it's still being applied. All right, for example, the condition for utmost good faith, the condition for contribution, the premium, okay, the warranties, all these are mentioned inside that. Okay, way back in 1906. Okay, at that time it was designed just to cater for marine cargo, marine insurance, but today, of course, it's quite widely used. All right. So basically, marine is one of the oldest and the most frequently referred to insurance act. Okay, and it's the fundamental framework, like I said today. It's useful for all other general insurance classes. All right, so basically there's a small background of marine cargo insurance. All right, so just to share, marine insurance in Malaysia. These are the information that I got from ISM for the past 5 years. As you can see, marine insurance, we categorize it as MAT. Okay, so for marine, aviation, and transit. Okay, transit can be GIT, can be any form. Okay, so basically these are the then under this MAT, there are 4 related. Okay, which is offshore, cargo, marine hull, and also aviation. All right, so basically combined, this is the percentage, and as you can see, it's fluctuate. It fluctuate. Why is it fluctuating? Because as you all know, marine cargo ties strongly to the performance of the export and the import of the particular country. So when there is no export and there's no import, or very lax in the movement, so of course you can see the downturn. Okay, but when there's a lot of export, a lot of import going on, then of course you can see the movement. All right, so basically this is in a nutshell um, the situation where marine insurance performance is, like I say, is volatile, up and down, depending on the position of the economy of the country. Okay, so what it means is that if the economy is doing well, our country is doing well, we do a lot of export or do a lot of import, there are a lot of trade. So basically, the marine cargo insurance or the marine hull insurance, the aviation insurance, all will relatively uh, go up in tandem with the growth. Okay, so that's why every year, and you can see when the government announced the GDP figures and all that, you have more or less the sense how the insurance industry will relate to that. Okay, not just insurance industry but also the banking industry. As you know, every time there's an call it export, the bank will get involved for the issuing of the LC, letter of credit, and it will give a lot of momentum to the economy of the country. Okay, so basically this is a snapshot of what happened to our marine cargo insurance, marine class insurance throughout Malaysia for our Malaysian industry. Okay, so I'm going to share another slide. So for 2023, the total GWP for marine cargo is at 1.53 billion. Okay, so it's quite big, 1.53 billion. Okay, so I believe 2024, this year, it will go up to around 1.8, or I think 1.8 is achievable. All right, so basically there is a lot of room to grow. As you can see, marine cargo is only take up 7.3%. 7.3%. This is in Malaysia. A majority, of course, you all know our total GWP, the whole country for conventional general insurance is around 21 billion. Okay, 21 billion. So basically, motor take up almost 46.7%, then followed by fire at around 20%. Okay, the rest all you share, you can share it out, you can see. But the next big one is actually marine already. Okay, at 7.3. Okay, so basically the marine insurance, marine cargo insurance, marine hull insurance, aviation insurance, all these are form quite a significant. They are the third largest share already. Okay, so basically, if you're not doing marine cargo insurance or marine hull insurance, you're going to be left out. All right, so basically this is an area where you can go in and grow, because as an agent, you need to you have to spread your portfolio. Don't concentrate on only motor or fire. Concentrate, do others, like for example medical, PA, okay, liability and marine, contractor, all these. These are all this. I would say there are many a lot of rooms to grow. Okay, for all this sector. Okay, for motor is quite saturated, almost half. Fire also quite saturated because all the banks are issuing the fire policy on behalf nowadays because of the loan. Okay, so basically these two big chunk is already taking around 70%. So basically the balance, then these are the one that you all should go into and concentrate and try to build on these classes. Okay, so that's in a nutshell to share with you all the situation. Okay, now we look into the loss ratio. For your information, marine, aviation, and transit, the loss ratio is one of the lowest, which is at 26%. In another word, another word is that if you do a lot of marine, aviation, and transit, your profit commission is going to be very good. Okay, so now from here you can see contractor all risk and engineering risk are the one that is not doing well. It's at 80% loss ratio, which is losing money. Okay, losing money. Motor also is not doing well at 67%. Not doing well, losing money as well. Medical and health also is at losing money. Marine is making good money. Liability is at 36, good money. Fire is very good at 35%, good money. Others combine all the miscellaneous 51. Personal accident at 28, okay, also very good. Bond at 12.6, this is one of the best. And also workman compensation at 4.1, this is lucky the best. Okay, so basically from here you can see that marine is actually a class that you can go in strongly. You can do a lot, and if you do a lot of marine, your profit com is going to be very high. I don't mind sharing one experience with you. I have one agent when I joined KLH in the year 2012. He's doing marine, and he is a specialist in marine, this agent of mine, and his income was around 30 plus thousand per month, and he doesn't have to do much. You know why? Because 30 plus thousand per month, and he doesn't need to do much. Because why? Because all his clients are doing marine cargo, the open cover for him. So another word is that every time his client export something, he got commission. So his job is just to visit that few big client of his, and just go for pay tare, or just go to play golf with the boss, and that's it. His job is that. And then every month he got 30 over thousand commission, just doing marine cargo open cover. And I think he got around 5 big companies that are doing it. One good thing about marine open cargo is that once you sign up with an insurance company, chances are they will not cancel. You know why? Because number one, their system will be linked to our system, and whenever they issue a invoice, they issue a delivery order, it's all this information will be captured, and it makes it so easy for them, because every time they ship out something, we hold cover all over the world. So basically, they don't have to worry. They don't have to think of any other thing. The customer is so happy that they just assign to a clerk, and the clerk just put in all the DO, just put in, just scan in, then just submit, and the clerk is doing all the what they call it, the keying in of the data for him. So in other words, he doesn't need to do anything. Like I say, if he can do that, I mean, so can you all, right? So basically, those days, 12 years ago, that 30 over thousand per month is a lot of money, and yeah, he did very well for many years. Not only that, but because of marine cargo insurance, marine aviation and transit insurance is so profitable, every year his profit com is around 150,000. On top of his 30,000 every month, his profit com is around 150,000 because he did a lot of marine. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are in this forum today, last night looking into your customer base, a lot of your customer will tell you that, never mind, I let my bank out in for me. A lot of them will tell you that, the bank will handle for me. Yes, the bank will handle for you. There goes your commission to the bank. Okay, so why you let the bank handle? You can handle it yourself. Okay, you don't have to do much. You just link it to us. We'll put in the system for them. Because the clerk, for your information, if your client do export or do a shipment, every manufacturer, once the goods are being done, are being produced, they need to send to somebody. They need to send it out. The moment they send out, they put on a lorry to send out. That is already whole cover. Don't come and tell me I don't send my goods out. No, never. It's always they have to send out. They have send out to who? They send out to the stores. They send out to the supermarket. They send out to the shopping mall, or they send out to overseas. Sure, when they need to send out. Okay, so when the moment they send out, our marine open cover comes in, pop, everything settled for them, whole cover for them. They don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so that is the beauty of it. So like I say, please look into your client base. And if they were to tell you that my bank are doing it, I tell you one secret to counter it. You just say that, do you know that your bank charge you 5 times more on the marine cargo shipment? By using ours, you can save that premium. They will be surprised. Huh, really? So much? Yes. Because you know why? Every time there's a shipment, the premium is very low. 40 ringgit, 60 ringgit, 80 ringgit, 120 ringgit. That's how the average cost shipment out. Okay, because it's on MOC, small scale, and or maybe 2,000 every time. So you multiply the every time. Let's say one day you send out 20 shipment. That 20 shipment you accumulate, you can see the amount already. And when you see the rate, you'll be shocked, because a lot of times, when they say, I will let the bank handle, or I'll let the shipper handle, or I'll let the buyer handle. If you have a chance to look at their policy, you will be shocked, because the premium that they charge is super high, super high. Yes. So like I say, this is one way for you to capture more business. And the moment, if you can save money for your client, of course, your client will be very happy and they will stick to you. And like I say, if they have this kind of volume, okay, you can replicate what my former agent did. Okay, why I say former, because he passed away, sadly. He passed away at the age of 75 while playing golf. So basically, like I say, life was good for him. So you can also do that. If you can have a few big clients that are doing export all the time and they have the MOC sign up with us, I can tell you, while you sleep, the money go into your bank account. That's the beauty of it. It's called passive income. All right. So that is all I have to say about the marine cargo insurance background, and how you're gonna make money out of it. Okay, so basically in Malaysia, these three are the biggest form of subclass of marine insurance. Okay, basically by sea, land, or air, that is the normal shipment. Okay, with a ship that cargo, we call it cargo ship, which they put in all the cargoes. Or we insure the marine hull. Yes, we also have a marine hull insurance. However, in Malaysia and in our books, normally we insure this kind of thing: small boat, small yacht. They call it small ship like this. Okay, so these are the ones are quite very profitable, because you know why? Because to be honest with you, Malaysian waters is one of the cheapest tax haven for them to berth their ship, to park their ship. So a lot of rich people, when they are not sailing or when they are not moving, they will park their ship at our coast, near our coastal area. And if you go to Langkawi, you can see a lot. So basically, all of them need insurance. They need to renew every year. So who are they buying it from? They are buying from somebody. So you can come in, if you are in that area, or if you live in any coastal area, you see any of this kind of ship, approach the owner. You can always insure it for them. Okay. Once they know the Malaysian premium is so cheap, because like I say, our Malaysian ringgit is getting smaller and smaller. Normally they will pay in USD. So maybe they'll pay the same amount. Okay. Maybe they need $3,000 to do this. But Malaysia, maybe they only charge you 6,000 ringgit. So the $3,000, if you times 5 times 4 is 12,000. Okay, but Malaysia is only 6,000. So okay, you save 6,000. I mean, you more or less save half. So basically, these are the one that, and these are international. The hull, marine hull are international. We can insure it. We are an international company. We can insure it all over the world. Okay, so not necessarily they are parked here. They can be anywhere in the world. We can still insure them. Okay, that's the beauty of marine insurance. Last but not least is this. In Malaysia, we have a lot of this case, and this is the one that are not so profitable, to be honest with you, because you know why? Because our lorry drivers are quite reckless, and you can see a lot of accident. But however, no matter how reckless or how many accidents they are happening in a year, still the profitability is there. It's only at 26%, the loss ratio. Still very good. Okay, so go Lawak to do it. Like I say, every time a manufacturer were to manufacture something, they need to use this to send out. Okay, maybe not this big, a smaller lorry, but still they need to send it out. Okay, they need to send to somebody, or unless they do online in their own factory. But if they do online, they still need to send out to the courier service to send. Okay, so basically they still need to send it out. So the moment they need to send out, the moment they, like I said, they load the item onto a ship, onto a lorry, it's full cover already. Okay, so you need to do that. Go all out to do the lands conveyance. And if you don't, if you don't have many clients that do export and all that, like my former agent did, go on this, go on the GIT basis. Also, it's a good money for you. Okay, like I said, the loss ratio is quite good. All right, so basically, let's go on. Let's move on. Okay, in the interest of time, let's move on straight to case study number 1. Okay, so this case is like this. I'm going to share with you the story, and actually it's a real case. But of course, we hide all the important information. We just share with you the simple information down here. So you just understand the situation, and then let's say if you are the claims manager, okay, if you are the claims manager, what would you do? Would you pay the claim or not pay the claim? Okay, all right. So basically, the case is like this. A lot of time it's all logic. It's based on logical. You don't need to be to have an AMII to answer this. It's all, most of the time it's based on logic. Okay, let's just see this case out. Okay, the first case is the case of damage consignment to ice cream. Okay, as you know, ice cream transshipment is a very sensitive food stuff that needs to be refrigerated all the time. They need to be put in a freezer all the time. Okay, so this case is what? This case is this. The selling date was supposed to be on the 20th June. Okay, but the policy was issued on 21st June. Okay, so something is not right here already. Okay, when the policy was issued on 21st, stating the commencement date on the 22nd. Okay, so there's 2 days left here, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, 3 days left to be exact. Okay, so last year found that the reefer container, reefer is another term for a refrigerator in a container, So when loaded with the consignment good, the ice cream on the container was not functioning properly. Okay, so that means the client that engaged a freight forwarder, the freight forwarder is supposed to give them a good container with a functional freezer inside. All right, but I think, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe the freight forwarder did not maintain it, or there's some missing item inside there, or the gas is not adequate, or it could be due to anything. It was not functioning properly. Okay, now the proximate cause of loss for melting the ice cream was purely due to malfunction of the reefer container prior to date of shipping, which took place 48 hours from the loading activity. So basically, from here, the proximate cause, the adjuster went in to find out, okay, it's due to that. Okay, so now, this case given to you, you are the claims manager. What do you think your decision? What do you think their decision is? You want to share your answer? Anyone?
No answer yet.
No answer yet. Sometimes the line is slow, because like last two training also, I thought nobody answer, but actually a lot of answer come in, but the answer come in very late. After I move on to many topic, only the answer come in. So I hope this is the case.
Yeah, due to bandwidth issue. Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Okay. Okay, all right, never mind. I'm gonna wait for another few seconds so that we can look at the decision. All right, okay. I will share the answer. The answer is not payable. Okay, because this is the reason. Claim repudiated due to the failure of the reefer container and not due to the transit period, as the goods were already damaged prior to shipping date. Okay, so that means the customer, for this case, they can only seek remedy from the freight forwarder. The freight forwarder is responsible to provide for them a container with reefer, means with refrigerator that is working, and they should test it before they put in the consignment. to make sure that the temperature is at the desired level. I think this kind of risk is always at negative 5 Celsius. Okay, they have to be cold because you know it's all ice. Ice cream, as you know, is need to be very, very, very cold. So like I say, this kind of situation, the insurance company, because don't forget, insurance company cover what? Cover the transit risk. So when you load onto it and you not yet move, the moment you not yet move is already spoiled, of course, it's not covered. Okay, so after it has spoiled, then you still continue to move and you thought can claim insurance, then you're wrong, because the adjuster can find out that if the freezer is in working condition during the during the transit period, the items will not melt inside there. Okay, so basically, like I say, in insurance, when it comes to claim, normally we'll look into the proximate cause of loss. Okay, so the proximate cause of loss in this particular case is due to the negligence of the freight forwarder in providing the container that has good refrigerator, a good and working refrigerator. Okay, so basically this case is very straightforward. This claim decision is not payable due to this. All right, so great. So let's move on to the second case study. Okay, second case study. So this case is like this. The case of damage or used second-hand machine while in transit. Okay, so now, fact of loss. Before this, I just need to share something. The moment when a second-hand machine is being shipped, okay, normally the underwriters will be very skeptical. The underwriters will be very careful, because you know why? Because normally used or second-hand machine, they would have inherent defect already because of wear and tear or whatever. Okay, so basically, normally when the underwriter were to ask you if you were to ship a machine, especially, they will ask, is it a new machine? Is it in parts? Is it in complete CBU, completely built out? Or in this CKD, completely knocked down? Situation basis. Why? It's because if it is completely knocked down, it's the best. You know why? Because completely knocked down means it comes in bits and pieces and in parts. So once it's arrived at the destination, only it will be assembled. So that is the best. So that's why in CKD situation, completely knocked down, CKD shipment, the premium is always cheaper. Okay, because of this condition. All right. So second hand is normally CBU, completely built up already. There's no way they dismantle it and rebuild. Okay, so normally they will just ship the item as it is, put onto a lorry or truck, and then ship. Okay, so now this is a very simple GIT case from KL to JB. Very easy. There are two similar used machine being delivered. Because the machine is big, so they have to put in two lorry. Okay, so now what happened? They send together. Upon arrival, both packages were found intact. Okay, with no sign of damage, no physical evidence of machine being dropped or mishandled throughout the journey, and also during loading and loading activity. For your information, loading and unloading
CPD training
On it.
Hello?
Okay.
Okay, sorry sorry for the interruption. So basically, loading and unloading time is the most dangerous time in a shipment. A lot of time is you arrive safely, but the moment you unload, pop, it drop, damage. Or before you start the shipment, when they're loading, also it drop. Okay, so drop while being shipped is a very, very scary moment. So basically, a lot of times it's the loading and unloading part that is bringing in the losses. Okay, so now for this particular case, during loading and unloading, both loading and unloading, no issue, everything intact. There were surveyors, everything okay, everything was perfectly done. nothing happened, no drop, no massive disruption to it. Okay, no evidence of physical damage. All right. Okay, now during the unpacking, the second machine, some components were found to be disengaged and damaged, while the first machine was free from any damages. Okay, now machine 1 is okay, but machine 2, there are some parts that are damaged and free from the was disengaged from the supposed position. Okay, so now loss adjuster went in, did the report, did the investigation, and found out that the affected component, that were the damaged part, were all situated in one particular area of the machine, and was of the opinion that some screws were not properly or tightly fitted prior to the transit. Okay, so meaning the one of the items there, they not properly screwed on, and like I say, it's a used machine, it's a second-hand machine, and second-hand machine, you know, wear and tear, maybe the screw also rusty already, and the screw, the what call it, the lines in the screw are all rusted, and therefore they cannot cling onto the thing strongly or effectively. Then while in transit, you know, when the car movement, there's some vibration, small vibration. Maybe that one is the one that caused the thing to fall off and damage. Okay, that is their finding. During the vibration, the long road journey, because KL to JB, you know, you need 4 or 5 hours. By lorry, by truck, you need longer, because they can only travel at night at certain. They cannot travel during certain peak period. Okay, some of the, let's say if the machine is too high, they cannot go through some bridges. So they have to use the smaller road, the trunk road. Okay, so basically all these factors counted in, these are the ones that result into this. Okay, so now this case is given to us, to you as the claims manager. What do you think? Payable or not payable? Yes or no? Why and why or and? Any answer? Anybody participate?
Okay, so far no. Okay, 2 answers. No. Okay, 3 no's. Okay, all no.
All no. Okay, thank you very much. For those of you who participated, thank you so much. That means that some of you are paying attention to what I said. Okay, the answer is very kanchong. Claim decision, not payable. Okay, reason being, like I say, these are all inherent. Okay, claims reputed due to the policy exclusion that clearly state that in no case shall the insurance company cover loss, damage, or expense caused by insufficiency or unsuitability of the packing or preparation of the subject matter. So in this case, what the insured should do is, before they ship the item, they must get their technician to check all the screws. Are the screws properly fitted and tightened? If the screws were found out to be rusty and old, and the lines, you know, on the screws are all not properly, they have to change the screw and make sure they put in a new screw. And like I said, they have to do some rechecking on the situation on the machine before they start the shipment. That is the responsibility of the insured. Okay, they must, like I say, preparation of the subject matter. Okay, so basically the packing is suitable. Yes. Any damage to the packaging or this mishandling? No. Okay, that shows that this is not due to the transit loss. Transit, no loss. It's just the inherent. It's already spoiled before the shipment was done or during the shipment was done, due to the preparation of subject matter not properly done. Okay, so that's why, like I say, I'm going to repeat this. If you have any client who want to ship a second-hand machine, used machine, or things like that, always advise them to make sure that not only the packing packing must be suitable and properly done, must be sufficiently packed, and also the preparation, you must make sure that you go through all the machine one more time, just to ensure that there is no, like say, loose screw or dislodged items inside there, because anything that is already damaged, or will cause damage, will be damaged during the transit period, and this will be fall under the unsuitability of the packing or preparation of the subject matter, which will be declined. Okay. All right. Thank you everybody for your participation. Thank you so much. Next, move on to case study number 3. Okay, case study number 3. The case of damaged consignment. Wow. Again, this is regarding foodstuff. Okay, foodstuff. The problem with foodstuff transit or transshipment, or use aviation, or use sea, or use land, is always the refrigeration. It's always the refrigeration, because you know why? Because foodstuff will be damaged. Okay, they will rot under the sun. As you know, now it's global warming is coming in. The temperature is slightly higher already. So things, foodstuff will be ripened very fast because of the heat, and it will dry up very fast because of the low humidity. Okay, the lack of water in the atmosphere. All this is a contributing factor. Therefore, every time if your client is into food business, where every time they want to engage a freight forwarder, make sure that the freight forwarder has a systematic and very up-to-date or upgraded version of the refrigerators system, or reefers. We call it reefer in the container. Okay, very important. Okay, so now what happened to this case? This case is like this. Shipment of watermelon was stored in a reefer container with a temperature setting at 12 degrees Celsius. 12 degrees, okay? It's not negative, but it's 12, okay? Was loaded and boarded for the vessel for export from Port Klang to Kuwait. Okay, so basically Port Klang to Kuwait is a long journey. Wow, you need at least easily 3 to 4 weeks. Easily 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, so what happened? Upon arrival, the shipment was found damaged, over-ripened. The container was found to be sealed and in good condition, but the watermelon juice was observed to be leaking from the container, with a foul smell emanating from the container upon opening. So the meaning what? Meaning nothing was wrong with the container. The container was not damaged. There's no leakages. There's no nothing. But the food inside there suddenly emitting foul smell, meaning it's already rotten. So nothing happened to the container, no leakage, nothing. Why is it like that? Oh, okay, so basically they study the temperature data. Okay, it was noted that the temperature was correctly set. It was correctly set. The temperature was set at 12 because that is 12 degree is the optimum degree that required to sustain the long journey. Okay, so however, it shows significant difference between the temperature of the supplied air and the return air within the container itself. Wow, you see. So there is a very, very you need to be an engineer, airflow engineer, to understand this. Okay, so this adjuster did a good job. He not only know that after he checked that the temperature was correctly set, however, he tests the air, the real air quality. Then he noticed that it was marginally higher. Okay, marginally. Okay, this word means what? Means a little bit higher only. Okay, just that small bit higher. Okay, so the moment we are marginally higher, short period, okay lah. But long period, 2-3 weeks, 3-4 weeks, of course is damaged lah. Okay, so now the finding proved that the shipment of the watermelons was not cooled to the required temperature prior to loading onto the container. So meaning what? Meaning when it was put into the freezer, before the put into the container, the watermelon was not cooled to that 12.0 12.0 Celsius. Okay. Marginally higher could be 12.5, could be 12.7, could be 12.3, could be 12.9. Okay. So that marginally higher airflow is the one that to the adjuster is the one that is making this container not this making the watermelon spoil. Okay, so now as a claims manager, you are given this decision to make. What do you think? Should you pay or should you not pay?
Okay, one answer, no, not payable as prior to loading into the container temperature, not cool to the required temperature. Okay, that is all no, Mr. Peter, not payable.
All right. Sekejap need to answer one urgent WhatsApp.
Okay.
Okay, the answer is right, everybody. Good job. You all good lah. You all can become claims manager already. So again, always remember, we are insuring the shipment. We are insuring the shipment. It's always the shipment period that causes losses. Okay, now I'm going to give you one example. If this particular shipment, while it was moving, then suddenly there's a big storm. Okay, there's a big storm. Then once there's a big storm, you know all these containers are like square boxes. So let's say the square box were to topple and fall down. Okay. Okay. And as a result, the freezer inside there, because all these containers got a in-house inbuilt freezer. Once the freezer inbuilt there was damaged and resulting in this, then do you think it's payable? I believe it's payable because by then the adjuster will consider that container drop, even though it's inside the ship. But just because there's a big wave, some of the container they can just topple over because it's all stacked. It will stack. The container are being stacked up. I'll just show you a photo. Okay, sorry, here. Okay, you can see it's all stacked up here. So let's say if there's a big wave, not necessarily they'll fall into the sea. It can just fall down onto the deck. Okay, let's say this is the particular item that's carrying all this watermelon and fall onto the deck and damage the freezer inside the inbuilt freezer. Okay, so chances are if that is the situation, maybe the adjuster will attribute it to this. Okay, so therefore is payable because it's while transit . But because nothing happened, everything nice, everything smooth. Okay, there is no sign of any disturbances to the cargo or but still it's fall. So therefore means the marginal. Okay, the word is marginal hot air. I mean hot meaning slightly higher than the allowed air pressure. I mean air temperature. Okay, so it's not payable. Okay, thank you so much, people, for your participation. In the interest of time, let's move on. Okay, case study number 4. All right, this one is quite interesting. Case of damaged item due to rusting. Wow. The shipment. Okay, there's a FCL stand for what? Full container load. Okay, full container load. Just to recap, full container load is preferred better than less container load. Why? It's because when you have a full container load, meaning in that container load, all are belonging to one insured. So it's very easy for the underwriter to accept the risk. Whereas less container load, meaning you are sharing that container with somebody else. Okay, so there's a big difference. So FCL is preferred risk. So for this case, the underwriter was very happy. It's FCL. Of course, they take this case. Okay, 100 cartons of motorcycle tire rim. Okay, from China to Malaysia. Right. So basically, okay, tire rims normal. It's all made of metal. It's being shipped. Shipment arrived safely on time. Consignment was discharged and temporarily stored at Port Klang while waiting for port authority clearance. Okay. So upon clearance, the container was delivered to the freight forwarder's warehouse. During the unloading at the warehouse, that the middle part of the container was wet. So now it's getting interesting. Okay, so the middle part of the container was wet. Other part was not. Okay, only that middle part was wet. Okay, so loss adjuster managed to unpack 46 wet and intact carton for inspection. Discovered that most of the rims were rusted. The cause of the rust was due to rainwater that had seeped through during the sea journey from China. The rainwater managed to seep in due to poor packaging. Okay, now, wow, rainwater cover. First thing first, rainwater, is it cover or not? Yes or no? Rainwater, just to test your knowledge. If you were to attend my class from Introduction to Marine Cargo under the course ICC A, you can know that it's cover. It's cover. Okay, so ICC A cover rainwater. Okay, so it's cover rainwater. Okay, now decision. What do you think? Payable or non-payable?
Okay, I got 9 answers yes, and then 1 answer no because goods already damaged prior to shipment due to poor packaging.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's say yes.
The rest say yes. Every part of the container should be payable, and then cover, but most policies require proper packaging warranty. Also, cosmetic damage, like rust, dents, etc., tends to be excluded unless caused by ICCC, like damage.
Wow, fantastic. All of you can be claims manager already. Okay, good. So the answer is no, not payable. Why? Simply because the rusting is always part of the exclusion. It's always a major exclusion. Most, I would say all insurance policy do not cover rusting, oxidization. Okay, rusting, oxidation, all these are natural thing and it's not covered. Okay, any item that is exposed will get rusted. Okay, due to the combination of the atmosphere and the oxygen. Okay, so oxidization, rusting, all these are exclusion. So basically, sorry if your items suffer rusting, it's not payable because it is a major exclusion. Okay, so let's move on in the interest of time. Okay, good. We are on time actually. Okay, last but not least, the case of foodstuff spoiled due to delay. Wow, again foodstuff. That's why when you every time somebody want to insure foodstuff, we are very worried because foodstuff, the chances of it being damaged due to because the foodstuff have a very short lifespan. So I don't mind sharing one incident with you all, which happened to my client. Earlier on in the year, what happened was, because at that time I was in Kuantan, okay, as you know, Kuantan, there's a lot of fresh fish that's being caught. There's a port there, so a lot of the fishes are being caught. And before normally the big restaurant, they already have this arrangement with all the shippers. You know, if you caught certain type of fish or certain category of seafood, they are the first. They want it. They book up front. Okay, they pay everything up front. They want it first. Okay, first hand. So this is what happened. Then there's one restaurant that is supposed to cater for a big wedding. I remember there's a big wedding and they need that. So, and it so happened that for that particular morning, that particular day, yes, that fish was being caught and it was there. Okay, so fresh, everything. So just to send to that, it's very near. It's around 40 kilometers away only, so very near. Okay, fine. But on the way there, the lorry was caught in the accident. And it toppled over, you know. Okay, so what happened? Quick thinking of the adjuster. I thank God to this smart adjuster. Quick thinking of the adjuster, he knows that that is a container. I mean, this the lorry with the freezer. He immediately arranged for another similar lorry with the freezer to quickly salvage all the goods first. Thank God to him. So even though there are losses, but the losses was minimized because of the quick thinking of the adjuster. So, and that restaurant also very relieved because they can get their fresh seafood to cater for the wedding for that night. Okay, they have a big wedding. So basically, you know, it's a win-win-win situation because of what? Because of the quick thinking of the adjuster that prevented the delay. You imagine if that day there is a delay in making decision. Okay, so what happened? The food inside there will be spoiled. The restaurant also will suffer because, you know, they don't have the fresh food to serve the customer, and the losses will be much more higher because, you know, to rent another lorry to take the food 40 kilometers away is very cheap relatively compared to the damage of the food item inside there. That's gonna make the insurer pay more. Okay, so basically smart thinking. Okay, it helps solve the issue. Okay, so now that has nothing to do with this, but I just share with you, it's a real case situation, real case scenario. Okay. Okay, now this also is a real case, but of course it's 2014, 10 years ago. What happened was the container was delivering to the assured appointed third-party warehouse on June 2014, being discharged from the shipping after being discharged from the shipping vessel. Okay, that means they put into a warehouse. Okay, in November, that is 5 months later, November, the said container was then delivered to the assured premises. That means it was left there in the warehouse for 5 months. Okay, now the loss adjuster report confirmed that the container arrived, it was in good condition with no sign or cut hole that would ingress of water into that container. Meaning the packaging was fantastic, it was good, there's no sign of anything wrong with the container and the packaging. Everything was perfect. However, the Bob Marley that was found inside, it was in a lumpy state rather than the usual liquid form. Okay, so now it becomes lump. So what happened? So this is a very peculiar situation. So now, as a claim manager, what do you think? Do you pay for this or not? Don't forget, everything back inside container was also in good condition. Nothing wrong. Perfect. Everything was perfect. No sign of any damage, no sign of sabotage, no sign of leakages, no sign of anything. But why the malt barley become lumpy? Why? Any claim decision, claims manager?
Okay, one answer no, and then excluded. The ICCA exclude loss caused by delay. Also, this seems to be an inherent vice issue.
All right.
Excluded.
Okay, I like that answer. Anybody else? Anybody want to try? No? Okay. Any more, Fatah?
No. So far only 2. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your participation. For your information, you are absolutely correct. It's not payable because you know why? Again, no evidence of water contamination. Therefore, the loss was purely due to concealed damage. Concealed damage. However, under this clause, the max period allowed for claims notification was 90 days of discharge. This one is 135 days. So again, delay is the one that caused many problem. and always, like I say, I don't know why the client left the item there for 5 months. I don't know why, but in my in my in my guess in my guesstimation, if I have to guess it, I think the reason was because of money, maybe money, because they had no money, or they have some cash flow issue. I'm not sure, or they thought that let it be, let it rot, so that we can claim insurance. Maybe. Okay. All right. So basically, thank you so much for everybody for your participation, and thank you for sharing your answer to help me to make this topic more interesting, so that everybody can learn more. Okay, by, like I said, going through the real case study. And I got all this information from my book, Marine Cargo Insurance. Sorry, I have to advertise a bit. This book was written by me together with the head of marine underwriter from Tokyo Marine, Mr. William Lim, who happens to be my senior from the same university. Both of us graduated from University Malaya. So we wrote this book together in the year 2017, and you can get this book from MII. And inside there are many other examples, many other interesting facts. And like I say, thank you so much, everybody. So that I have come to the end of my presentation. I'm going to stop sharing, and now I'm going to go through. Wow, 319 people. Thank you. That's a very good turnout. I'm going to read all the questions that you have, so that I can answer them.
For your easy reference, Mr. Victor, I have highlighted the question with light bulb.